YouTube, what's good? It's your boy 4KD right back with another video, you guys. Today we got a nice little pickup. You guys have already seen it plenty of times on other channels, but here we are once again. I got a nice little pickup for you guys. But we also want to talk today about the 4K format. This year has not been very well for us far as like big box stores having things for us. We've already seen 4Ks and movies in general just go away from big box locations. It's hard to walk into a store now and see physical movies on a shelf. Yeah, we got Walmart, sort of. Not everybody has the same inventory in their stores. I got two by me, one to the, I could say to the right of me right now where I'm sitting. To the right doesn't have the movies at all. The other one to the left does have movies, but it's crapshoot on when you're going to see them on shelf, whether it's going to be on release day, later in the evening, or the next day, or whenever. You just never know when you walk in there when you're going to see it. Those steel books that everybody talk about, that store, they ain't even really got them unless they're in the back. But anyway, you know, we've already seen also towards the end of this year now, a couple weeks ago, we found out that one more company won't be making 4K players. So now we're down to what, two, I believe, Panasonic and Sony are your only 4K dedicated player makers. So where are we going with this, man? That is not very good news for us people like myself who only collect 4Ks. Now, I know Panasonic makes some of the best sets, but not everybody's willing to shell out $300+ for a dedicated 4K player. Me specifically, I don't see myself doing that unless I truly have to. I don't want to spend that much money on a 4K player. Do they make some of the best ones? Yes. A lot of people have talked about their 4K players, how good they are, but again, you're going to shell out at least $325 or more for that player unless you buy it from someone or you find one at a secondhand shop or something like that. So I don't see myself doing it. They do have a much cheaper version of a 4K player that I've seen in Walmart. I believe it was like I want to say like $130, maybe $150. Maybe I'll put it on the screen, but it does not have Dolby Vision. So that's the downside to it. It has HDR10 plus, but no Dolby Vision. So if you really care about that Dolby Vision, that's not a player for you. So you may want to find something else. Now the player that I have currently is a LG player. Yes, I have an LG player. Is it the best player in the world? No. It does its job. It does what it needs to do. I bought it because it had Dolby Vision. That was my main sticking point with it, and it was in the price range that I wanted, so I went ahead and grabbed it. The downsides to this player is Pacific Rim is the only movie that I had trouble actually playing. It took a couple of times for it to finally start working, but it does work in the player. The other downside is that it can get a little bit loud. It sounds like sometimes very loud, but sometimes I don't hear it because most of the time I try to turn my audio up loud enough to where I don't hear it. But yes, it does make a loud humming like sound, like the disc is spinning very hard at times. There's certain discs that do it, certain discs don't. And of course, it's natural. Other than the Panasonic, most players, you're going to run into an issue to where your disc is probably going to freeze up, or you're going to start seeing like glitchy lines and stuff where it's having trouble reading that disc. This player does do that. It's been quite some time since I had that happen with a movie, but it did happen very recently towards the final act of Terminator on 4K. So is it a deal breaker for the player? Does it drive me crazy? Not really, because it barely ever happens, and I can easily transition out of it to get it to work very good. So you guys let me know down in the comment section, what are your thoughts on this whole situation with 4K? Not only are we not finding movies in stores, but now we're down to only a few companies that are making the 4K players. Where do you guys think we're headed into 2025? Because there are some great titles that are coming out that a lot of us want, which include Seven, your Kill Bills Volumes 1 and 2, and Jackie Brown. Now I do want all three of them, but those prices, even for Lionsgate, gone are the days of 1999 Lionsgate titles. Those are, what is it, the pre-order price guarantee right now is like $43, but most of the time that stuff go down. But we have seen this year that the prices aren't always doing that. Deadpool vs. Wolverine did not get a price drop. I believe the Willow 4K Steelbook didn't get much of a price drop, but it got a little bit of one, but it was still $40+ for that Steelbook. So those like myself who don't want to spend that much money on just one movie, you know, you play the waiting game and say, hey, either if I'm going to have it, I'm going to have it at the price that I'm willing to pay for it. I'm just not going to have it at all. It's not that serious to me. I'm not that type of collector that just has to have stuff, wants a complete collection, that's willing to just shell out that type of money for one movie. At the end of the day, to me, it's just a movie. Like, if I really want to watch it, I can find it in some capacity to watch it. I don't have to have always, for every movie, the best quality, the best audio sound quality, so I don't have to have everything on disc. That's just not how I collect. I collect for me. First and foremost, I collect the movies that I love to watch over and over and over again. But here we are, you guys. Today's pickup, Demolition Man. I have been waiting all year. Well, you could say 2 years, because the anniversary was actually last year and we didn't get it. But this year we finally got Demolition Man on 4K. Thank you to Arrow for this box set, man. This is quite the beauty. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at it. You got your front, you got Stallone, you got Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man, Stallone, Snipes. This is the OG artwork that we always see for this movie. So no pluses, no minuses there. Very happy with it. Let's take it to the spine. You got your Arrow logo, Demolition Man, and then your Warner Brothers logo down at the bottom. Take it to the back. No pictures on the back of the box. You got your UPC code, everything else, movie synopsis, all your technical aspects, everything that's on this limited edition is in this big paragraph right here. Then all your technical information rounding it out down at the bottom. Now this one does have Dolby Atmos, Dolby 5.1. All right, so let's get this thing opened up. You got your slip case. Nice little box, Demolition Man. Take a look at the back. Here's your police department symbol, all that goodness. This is a very nice one. Let's say Arrow's got a smell to it. Definitely has a smell to it. Is it a pleasant smell? You can be the judge. All right, so first and foremost, let's take a look at your blu-ray case. You got your usual black 4K Ultra HD case, but the thing I love about this is the very thick one, almost like what UK gets. I believe this is the same millimeter size as the UK, so I definitely appreciate that, because the US blu-ray cases are very thin, and I find a lot of mine end up being sliced down the spine and breaking apart all over the place. So definitely appreciate the thicker cases. I know most people do not like it, but I absolutely do. There's the inside. You got a nice little insert card right here. Let's take a look at that real quick. Then we got some nice little usual art cards. You guys already know what Arrow sets usually come with, so we're just gonna zoom right through these. Nothing special. This is stuff that I typically do not care about, and why I really don't buy too many Arrow box sets, because I feel like I'm paying extra for stuff that I don't care about. I'm never gonna do anything with this stuff, so I don't usually need it. So I wait for, standalone releases to come. All right, then we got some stickers of the shells, and we got another sticker, Life is Hell. And your typical, we got a nice poster that we're not gonna pull out. Not gonna open that up. It's probably not going up, I'm not sure. And then last but not least, we got a nice little book that it comes with. Morality violation on the cover. Backside pretty empty. Flip through some of the pages for you. But like I said, I'm sure most of you guys already picked this up. You've probably seen it on plenty of other channels. So here it is. We're not gonna deep dive into this release or anything like that. Just a quick overview. All right, so there you have it, you guys. Demolition Man has finally come to 4K. I'm absolutely excited about this one. It has been on my list for a very long time of titles that I just really wanted on the format, so I'm glad we finally got it. Thank you, Arrow, for doing your due diligence and putting this together for us collectors. We definitely appreciate it. Keep the hits coming. Arrow's definitely one of the best studios to give us some releases, man. I absolutely love them. I think Kino really does a great job, and Screen Factory, shout, they do a great job as well. We just don't always get slips with them, which is the downside of collecting their materials. But nonetheless, it's your boy 4K D-Ray. I'm signing off. I'm signing out. Time is something that you can't get back. Thank you for spending it right here with you.